So, I have completed season 1 of Arrow. Episode 23. It's called Sacrifice. And pretty much the whole episode is they're just trying to... Hold on. Okay, so the episode starts off with Oliver imprisoned, hanging, hanging up. And he does this really cool thing where he, climbs up the rope, the chains that he's hanging from, and he uses his own body weight dropping to break the pipe that the chain is around, and which is pretty cool. And then because he had a little tracking device in his boot, Diggles was able to that come get him, that's a pretty ingenious idea, because who thinks this is to take somebody's boots off, And let's see, the other thing that happens is that Felicity gets pulled into the station by Quentin. He's like, "Oh, you're helping the Arrow out because you're doing all this hacking stuff for him and whatnot. You're a hacker." A whole bunch of other stuff happens, but pretty much the crux of the episode is that his mother calls a press conference and admits what's about to happen to the Glades and tells everybody to get the hell out, pretty much. And then everybody tries to leave, and there's panic in the street and stuff. One of my favorite parts was as Thea went into the Glades for her boyfriend Roy, and they're trying to get out, and he's he wants to be a hero too, and there's this bus of people who need help, and they share this moment where they kiss, where a power transformer goes off in the background behind them. It's one of those really neat kind of TV moments where you're kissing somebody and there's an explosion of light behind them, and it makes it look all cool. It's a very awesome cinematic moment. Sorry, I try to pause it before I cough or sneeze. So pretty much the craziest part is they have this scene where it's the kind of typical movie television part where they're trying to disable the bomb. They're "Oh, cut the red wire and the blue wire and all this other stuff." Well, he disables the earthquake device, but there was another one, so that's why there was still the earthquake, which I wasn't expecting that. Usually in these television shows, they don't actually let the bad guy get away with anything. I was expecting that they would stop the earthquake from happening, but that's pretty cool. I mean, that's some pretty good writing right there, where they actually let something really bad like that happen. But I've noticed that DC has a tendency of being fuck it, let's let something really bad happen, So that's pretty cool. And the only real other notable thing that happened is that Laurel ends up you know, getting saved by Tommy, and then Tommy ends up dying, you know, because the building falls on him and stuff like that. So that's pretty sad. So So I guess Tommy's out of the way. So he had like a thing stuck through his chest and everything. It was pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. So that's the last episode of season 1 of Arrow. So I guess on to season 2 is what I'm going to be doing. But not right now. Anyway, so goodbye.